We got a very special guest on release day. This is very exciting. You know her. We've all grown up with her from a little known band. Just a teenager when she burst onto the Australian music scene, and this is a way to spend your 17th birthday. Going to number one, first woman to be awarded the APRA Songwriter of the Year. This is so crazy. Debut album Reflector, of course, fastest selling Australian album, and back with an incredible offering. Old News from Small Town Temple, which is out today. Ella, who we got? Words like these, I have it on repeat at the moment. I welcome Ella Hoover to Triple M's Homegrown. So good to see you.
Oh, you're the best, Matty. You're the best. Thank you for that amazing intro. You took me back to 17. You took me back to 6 a.m. this morning when I woke up and I realised it was release day.
Good.
It's happening all over again, Matty.
How does it feel like today? It's such a special day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's so much build up to an album release. And then when it's out in the world, like you're saying before, it's like, it's on Spotify. People are texting me about it.
It's surreal. Oh, yeah, your phone blows up and it's always about 2-3 years in the making, from conception to writing the majority of the songs and it's all fun and games at the start, and then it gets really, really hard, like 1 year in and you're like, I can't afford it. I can't finish this. I think I want to quit. Yeah. And then finally, ta-da!
Yay!
The day comes and it's like, I feel like it's my birthday, but it's this record's birthday, technically.
Can we just talk about birthdays? Because you're celebrating a birthday on Monday. You're having a party tomorrow after your release day.
Yeah, just cramming it in because it actually is my birthday on Monday. And I kind of like that serendipity, trying to put all the things in the same week of my life. But I've got coffee and I can do this. Yeah,
we were saying just off mic earlier, it's like when it rains, it pours. There's no such thing as just a consistent thing in music. It's busy or it's not.
It's so hot and cold, and you need to be able to ride that ride and use the caffeine and then also on the flip side of that, the calming meditations, the deep breathing exercises. Because as you know, having released many records yourself, it's so exciting, but you also feel so vulnerable and you're exposed because now everyone can actually read the lyrics, and that's scary as shit.
This album, it's a deeply personal one for you. You can hear it in the lyrics, incredibly emotional listen too.
Yeah, I kind of decided to go deep on this one. I was like, it's been a while between drinks. I haven't put out a solo release in a couple of years, 6 years or something. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to really bare my soul and open my heart and talk about things that I've never talked about before. And it ended up sort of becoming my, as the superheroes say, origin story. It's all about growing up in the country, growing up in Violet Town, having the parents that I had, having the brother that I have, and the way that that's always been framed in music. And a place where that all came together was my mum's house, the Small Town Temple, which is literally an old weatherboard church, which, churches sound pretty amazing. Their acoustics are incredible. We would jam in there, we would write. And that's where I wrote the record and decided to sort of give it that title.
Paint the picture for people. This goes all around the country. Violet Town. I know, like in Victoria. Paint what the town's like.
Well, literally, if you blink, you'll miss it. It is so small. Yeah. And the highway used to go much closer to through the town. I want to say through the town, but not technically right down the main street. But as many little towns used to be right on the highway. And then the highways were, shifted, circumvented to go around the towns, and the town got even smaller. Yeah. So when I was growing up in the 80s, 90s, it was pretty thriving, dare I say, artsy kind of small country community, 2.5 hours from Melbourne. So you really have to want to be there. Yeah. You're not commuting to Melbourne from Violet Town. Like, it's just a bit too far. Yeah. Not like your Castlemaine or whatever. So
where you are now.
Much more regional. Most of my best friends were from sheep farms or horse, were in the sort of horse industries or the sheep industries or some other sort of country industry. And there we were, this kind of little semi-hippie family up on a hill with no animals, no farming, just music and arts and creativity. So it's been like a really blended upbringing for me from, very grounded sort of country, earthy, small, tight-knit community vibes, but also this like very highly creative, sort of influence as well. That explains me.
Well, it's been such an awesome musical journey. We talk about, your birthday being on Monday and, your 17th birthday, Mascara. Like, is it crazy to look back on? Does it feel like a blur?
Yeah, sometimes it does. Like some days it's really crystal clear. And other days, I'm like, today it's a bit more blurry. And I'm really grateful for every one of those stages. Like, who would have thought? I never thought as a little girl growing up in Violettown that I'd have a number one single, let alone on my 17th birthday, let alone all those sort of experiences and awards and accolades. But that's just how my story happened. I was very determined. I still am.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I put things out there. I put big things out there, and then sometimes big things happen. So I don't know if that's going to continue my whole life or not, but at least I've had that experience.
Absolutely. So, You talk about awards and accolades. I want to take you back to the ARIAs. When Album of the Year, was it the Fun Loving Criminals?
Yeah, I think they did hand it. I was so excited that they were there, let alone handing us an award.
Here we go.
Killing Heidi, Reflecting.
Goodness. Just as well because we had actually forgotten some more people, but seriously, this is so amazing and we did not expect it at all. We didn't have any speeches prepared.
Obviously.
We had to make them all up, so sorry if they've been shitty.
We also want to thank the 250,000 kids out there who have got Reflector. It's you guys who have made all this possible. So.
It's crazy. 250,000 people, like, when CDs sold, they sold,
No, Jesse. Those speeches are better than I remember, actually. I'm like, sorry, that's shitty. It's like I sound like such a child because I am. Like, it's so funny. You can literally hear in our voices that we are just post-pubescent, and that is so funny.
Yeah, it must be such a magical thing for you. Like, you have Killing Heidi and you've got your solo career as well. You've got these two awesome things. What's it like kind of having those two things kind of running at the same time and you're able to do both?
It's crazy. It is quite confusing sometimes because Killing Heidi was such a wild ride, and for quite a while, as like we put it to bed. We didn't touch it for a good 10, 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
And we were broken up. We just never announced that we were broken up.
Of course.
On a very extended hiatus with no plans to do it again. Yeah. But then something kind of called to us to pick it up again and kind of close the cycle and celebrate what was and own it, frankly.
Oh,
because,
totally, yeah.
We wanted to do things more on our terms and more with our original flavour, the flavour that we had intended and empowered, and without a few of the sort of more distracting elements of that band. So that's in a great place now.
Oh, totally.
Like it's a heritage act. We don't have any new music. We don't plan to write any new songs or make any new albums as far as I know.
That's fine.
But we go and we hit it and we deliver that stuff, and it's such a great trip down memory lane. But on the other hand, I've got my solo career. It's incredibly current.
Yes.
It's current heartbreak. It's current thoughts and feelings of a much, much older person, and a person who's had all those experiences in Killing Heidi. So it's a weird through the looking glass moment that I can reflect on one band as it's still running in the solo project.
Yeah. And I just love everything you've done in between. Like, it's always cool to see you pop up. And one of the things I just love watching you on telly, and so many people did too. Like, when I was talking to some people in the office, all the stuff you did on RocKwiz.
Thank
you. Now,
you.
you had a lot of awesome collaborations.
Oh, yeah.
Troy Cassadaly.
Love Troy Cassadaly. What an honour.
And then, of course, we had you doing...
That's probably the biggest, like, that blew up in a way I did not expect.
It was crazy, right?
Yeah, because I love Divinals so dearly.
Such an incredible version. And this with Dan Sultan too.
Oh, baby,
Yeah, he sang me off the stage, but that's okay. Like, when you sing with Dan Sultan, you get prepared to be like blown off the stage. But so nice because we actually are such dear old friends, and singing with a buddy, a song about friendship, through thick and thin, which we've really both experienced, is really special.
Absolutely. So tell us, the record's out. What are the plans next? You got some shows. What's it like kind of being in the studio and kind of putting these songs together live?
Oh my God. It's my favorite thing is kind of putting the live band to, giving them the music from the record, because, in studio is very different than live, and you can layer things up and take your time and tweak things. And then I'm like, oh, how is that going to translate live? Like,
totally.
are we going to have like for example, we've got like a fiddle player, violinist who's going to be playing some of the saxophone solos that are on the record and all the percussion that you hear in like words like these.
Yeah.
We're sharing that around and it's really fun, creative problem solving. But first rehearsal was literally last night.
Right.
So hence my voice is a bit ragged.
Yeah, you sound
but it
good.
was so fun.
Yeah.
I've got an amazing band with me, like
Cool.
just like absolutely fire musicians that I feel honoured to be playing with. And the gigs that we're doing are like all my dream gigs, like beautiful, basically coastal.
Yeah.
Primarily coastal, beautiful little tour we've got going, kicking off on Saturday.
Yeah. Your birthday celebrations are during the day too.
That's right.
How are you going to do this?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna contain the birthday celebrations till after the first gig is finished.
I like that.
And then I'm going to stay at a beach house with Jesse
Nice.
after the first gig and his wife and his little girl and have a bit of a family breakfast the next day. So
That's so
kind of
cool.
wholesome. It's pretty wholesome actually these days.
It's pretty, and it's so exciting too, isn't it? Because it's like everything's new, like new songs, new album, playing them, like it's good to have that as well, isn't it? Because sometimes like musician doing the same laps around the country, it's good.
That's exactly my MO, Matty. Like I need new things. Otherwise I actually I get very stale. I get a bit anxious. I get a bit depressed and I wonder what's going on and it's just too much repetition. I need new challenges. I love learning new skills. That's kind of why I dabble in TV and radio as well, just because I've been singing since I was 13, like professionally since I was 15.
Yeah.
I need to throw myself curveballs. And so
Totally.
new material is like the best way of doing that, I think.
Yeah, but I feel like you're such a natural at that stuff as well. And don't you find it's good to do things outside of music so you can come back to music and be like, okay, I feel a bit more inspired?
Totally. It's the changing it up that makes it all feel fresh again and feel really lucky. And, this is the best job in the world. Like making music and playing it live for people, it's the best job in the world. But when you start to forget that, you just need to go and get a real job for a minute.
Yeah.
And then you come running back and you're like, I love you. I'll never speak badly of you again.
We're so excited. It's such a buzz to have you in the studio, this tour, the album. It's really cool. I just wanted to play a bit of a game with you. Now, we said before, Violet Town. I looked up on Wikipedia. This can't be right. It said population of 175 people.
It could be right.
Really?
It's seriously small. No, it's got to be bigger than that. Like
Okay.
it does fluctuate a lot though. So there are times where there's hardly any kids in the primary school and there are times where you can walk down the main street and not see anyone.
Yeah, right.
But there are other times. Well, for example, our market, the world famous Violet Town market that happens every month, it expands to thousands. Thousands of people are in the town and it's really, really vibrant. So we're built for that as well.
Okay. Well, this brings me to our first game of today. We've got, you've lived in the city. You lived in a small town. So this game is called
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was born in a small town.
Johnny Cougs.
It's the Cougs.
It's the Cougs.
So this game is called Small Town, Big Town. Okay? So I'm going to give you a list of things and you've got to tell me whether a small town does it better or a big town.
Oh, I could offend some people here.
And then we're going to get to the end. We're going to take a tally and we're going to see if it's small town or big town.
Okay.
All right. So, bakeries. Who does it better?
Small town.
Small town.
Small town.
Done. Why?
Well, I think this is the not so complimentary bit. They're slower. They're slower with everything. When I go back to the country, I have to change my pace sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think that's good when it comes to baked goods.
I think.
Yes,
I think
only maybe when it comes to baked goods is that time and attention to detail. I don't know. I just love my certain pasties, my certain sausage rolls, my certain quiches from my small town bakeries. And like that's one of the only things there is to do in a small town. So it better be good.
All right, we're going vintage shops, small town, big town.
Oh, okay. Vintage shops, I'm going to say big town.
Okay.
But op shops,
Okay.
small town.
So we go on, that's 50-50?
50-50.
50-50. What about walks? Small town, big town.
Small town, like easy peasy.
Small town.
Why is that?
It's the trees and it's the nature, like the animals, the critters. There's much more beautiful maintenance. Well, where I come from, both small towns that I sort of currently live in just have a huge amount of nature on your doorstep, the bird life, the fresh air, little less people, little less cars.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people go walk down Merry Creek, it's beautiful. I'm like, not when you come from the country. Like that's nice for you with your Merry Creek. Sure, like I can see a highway from here, but In the bush.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just hands down better.
Is it better to wake up hungover in a small town, wake up hungover in a big town?
Big town, Uber Eats, like, oh my God, it's brutal in the country. It's beating hot and you've got nothing and nothing's open and you have to walk to the servo to get a Gatorade.
Does that walk to the servo make you feel better though?
Well, we do actually have pretty good chips at the Violet Town servo, so thank God.
There you go. Transport. Small town, big town. We're talking V-lines or we're talking...
Got to say big town.
Yeah, big town.
Got to say big town. I love my V-line, but it only comes twice a day.
Coffee. Big town,
Big
small
town,
town.
I'm sorry.
Big town. All right, big
I knew
town.
you were going to say that one.
Yeah. Local footy.
Oh, small town.
Yeah, totally.
The vibe. Like, yeah, the community vibe is awesome. Go Violet Town Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. Palmers. Big town, small town.
Oh, well, I don't really partake of the Palmer.
Okay.
So,
What about a veggie palmer?
yeah, and I was going to say veggie Palmer, which unfortunately, well, leads me back to big town.
Big town. Okay.
Yeah, it does the vegetarian food a lot better in the big town.
Live music. A good watching. Is it fun watching a band at somewhere big or a small regional venue?
Well, I love my regional venues, and I'm so lucky to have a few on my doorstep.
Yeah.
I will say, and there's a bit more of a you don't always expect it vibe, so it's a real treat when you get it. So I'll say small town.
Okay. 21st. Better in a small town.
Yeah, I think they are.
Better in a small town?
Well, that's where I had all of my and they were crazy.
And writing music is the last one.
Oh, for me, it's actually not even a choice. I don't know that I can write in the city. My whole life, I've had to go back to the country to really get the flow on. Even when I was full-time living in the city, I would sit down, everything's right, I've got the notepad, I've got the pen, I've got nothing on, and I just can't get it. So I've worked out that I literally have to be in the country to write. So I go there to write.
Well done. Well, I'm looking at it now. You are officially small town.
Oh, well, who would have thought? I mean, it's
All right, now I've got one more game for you. This is called...
On Triple M's Homegrown with Matty O, it's time for...
it's my party or dinner.
So this is called Right Party Dinner. I'm going to give you 3 artists. You can write a song with them. You can party with the next one.
That's great.
Or you take them home to dinner.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Just dinner, like wink, wink dinner?
Just wink, wink dinner. Here we go. So you can write a song, party, dinner, Chrissy, or... We got Sia, and then we've got...
Okay, I've got it.
What do we got? Right Party Dinner. Who are we doing what with?
I'm having dinner with Madonna.
Okay.
That's if she's eating anything. I'm not sure what her diet is these days or what quite will be ingesting. It might not be food, but I think I would love to pick her brain and have the dinner conversation with her. Would be wild.
Okay.
And I have friends that have come across her and worked with her and, you know, she's a fascinating person.
Who are we riding with?
We're riding with Sia.
We're riding a song with Sia?
We're riding with Sia. I'd say genius, you know,
Yeah.
genius level pop writer, generational talent, homegrown. How proud are we from Adelaide is this world-beating artist.
Absolutely.
And a unique artist at that.
And we're partying.
We're partying with Chrissy. I feel like, in a way, we're kindred spirits. She grew up in, you know, small town, beachside suburb with a drama teacher mum. I grew up in a small town, inland with a drama teacher mum. Became a rock and roll band front person with an unexpected eye-catching style that people made a big fuss about, but maybe forgot to also mention how awesome her songwriting was, her voice and her delivery, for me, is one of the best rock singers of all time. The way she spits out those lyrics and makes them sit in the song is top of the tree.
Absolutely. Awesome. Ella Hooper, thank you so much. Happy release day.
For all the latest rock news, interviews and backstage experiences, don't forget to subscribe to Triple M Rock on the Listener app.